how would you get to space? First thing first, you can't go somewhere you don't know what it is. As much as you have a generic idea what space is, I'm going to give you the literal definition of what space is. What is space? Space is a boundless three-dimensional extent in which objects and events have a relative position and direction. Some interesting facts about space. In space, no one can hear you talk or even scream. This is good because if you're having a bad day at work, school, practice, stress, you can just pop down to space and let emotions out. Not really. But this is because space, there's no air, and space is a vacuum. Not a literal vacuum cleaner, but vacuum in the sense that space is nothing, space is nothingness, space is vacant. Outer space begins about 100 kilometers away from Earth, where the shell of the air around our planet disappears. With no air to scatter sunlight and produce a blue sky, space appears as a black blanket dotted with stars. 100 km. If you're thinking about it in real life, you are thinking about London to Brighton on foot. I mean, not the best journey. So I have generated some ways you can get to space. One way of getting to space is through the probe of space on Virgin Galactic. For a bargain of $250,000, you can book a flight on Virgin Galactic, which is offering a suborbital space flights for space tourists, and more than 700 tourists have already signed up. Plus, tourists such as Katy Perry and Brad Pitt have signed up. So not only can you tell your friends you've gone to space, you can also tell them you've met celebrities, killing two birds with one stone. Another way you can go to space is by joining NASA. The traditional ticket to space was via a government-sponsored space program like NASA. At one time, everybody wanted to be an astronaut, but today, even girls want to be astronauts too. Last but not least, a way you can get to space is by living on Mars. This is my favorite. Mars is a minimum of 56 million kilometers away. So if you thought 100 kilometers was something, get to know this. It will take about 7 months to get to Mars, but you'd be the first to colonize the planet, so you could potentially change the name from Mars to something more suitable like Naomi. But if you did fail your NASA exam, it's not the end of the world and you can still get to space after you're dead. Astrobotic is one of the only companies with a commercial plan for unnamed space flights to the moon. So one of them could be your cremated ashes. The ideal idea, but a substitute. Richard Branson himself said he'd be very disappointed if he didn't make it to space in 2018. Those are some ideas of how you could get to space. There are many more, but those are my favourites. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you really think about your journey to space outside Earth.